I take a nice deep breath and release all resistance to healing. Hello, Gemini. Happy November 2020. This is your reading. Gemini birthdays May 21st to June 21st. All right, so the main message that we want to take out of this reading to keep in mind, okay, is the energy of 5, adversity. Out of adversity, we can really learn a lot if we choose to. And out of the disagreements that we find, if we're willing to hear, we can hear what the person is saying, even if it's crazy. But out of the adversity, we can really learn. And through the strifes, we can strive to make sure that our future is better. All right, Gemini. So setting the intention for all Geminis, the message for November 2020, okay? So what do you need to change in order to succeed, right? What do you need to change in order to succeed and reach your highest potential? And this is the thought frame that you need to have, okay? And what needs to, on the other hand, what needs to die? What needs to change? What needs to end, right? And it could be stress and worry. It could be the way that you think about things, right? It's the way that you handle any kind of things that develop, okay, out of, in this case, anxiety, desperation, feeling fear, worry, depression that it could lead to. So it's like what's going on in your mind, and the words that we use are powerful. And then we can step into that queen mode. I like to call it queen mode, right? And how do we use our wit, our charm, our optimism to really move us forward and getting the help that we need on every level, right? What does that look like for you? But receiving that help through guidance, through reading, through healing, exercise, where we eat, not getting enough water, like nutrition, like whatever it is. There's so many different levels that we're like, hey, I didn't think of that. I didn't realize that. Oh, okay, maybe I do need more water. When I have enough water, my mind is clearer, it's less foggy. Do I have enough iron? Like, what is your body like? What are you going through? So we can influence ourselves in a positive way. We can find strength. The strength card is there. Boom. Right? I think about Leo. I think about partnership. I think about seeing the talent in someone else and how that person's energy can benefit yours. Like surrounding yourself with people that are good for you forever, but also at that particular moment, right? Sometimes a person is just a chapter in your life, but they're not just a chapter in the negative way. That sounds kind of negative, but we're all kind of there for our strength and to give us inspiration and courage, right? And then at the same time, by the end of the month, we're feeling all of this positive vibe, but we can end up doing too much once we get pumped, right? Making sure that we're not overdoing things, making sure that in overdoing things and doing other people's work and trying to fill in too many things, that could be too much. So try not to be too gung-ho, but then, we might just start putting ourselves down again. It's like self-sabotage. Everyone can relate to that if they do that. Some people don't self-sabotage in the traditional way. They just create bad relationship in other people and blame others, and then that's a self-sabotage, but they won't realize it. That's that's a negative way of not realizing it. It's not hurting yourself, but hurting someone else, and in the end up hurting you, but they move on and they're fine. But for the ones that they realize that they're hurting themselves, that could lead to self-sabotage, and then judging yourself, and then repeating a cycle of some kind of challenge again by the end of the month. So making sure that you're using your own energy in the best way and not overdoing it. When things get really good, you get a lot of attention, but you're going to have to know how to use that energy in the best way. Okay? I take a nice deep breath and release all resistance to healing. So remember that in every day, in every moment that it comes up, we need that time for healing. And, I'm really speaking on every night letting go of the day, letting go of the good and the bad, and just being thankful and grateful for what it is. And then waking up for a fresh new start, a really good meditation to do. Strengthening bonds. And this is something that could be real powerful for November, because whenever there's adversity, whenever there's like, say, a slow season right now for work or for whatever, you got to like strengthen bonds and doing things in a lighthearted way that keeps the connection going, So as an air sign, ruled by Mercury, November 3rd, Mercury is out of retrograde, right? That's going to be a great lift, especially by November 4th. So it's like a great lift. And what can you learn from the ups and downs, right? What can you learn from that? And just remember it and keep that energy. That's why the new moons are so powerful for setting our intentions, right? Gemini, who are you easy to learn from this month energetically? Okay, Leo, let's put it on there. Leo, you are more perceptive, more welcoming to learn from Leos. And Leos have that strong attention getting driven quality, and it's a fire sign that you're naturally attracted to fire because it gives that energy, like the solar plexus chakra. And you can definitely learn from your North Node by focusing on your Jupiter energy. You have the new moon, you have the full moon coming up, right? So I'll get into the moons in a minute, but you do have a full moon coming up on November 30th, Monday, right? November 30th is a Monday, full moon in Gemini. So you can really tap into that. You have and even in the Scorpio new moon, you can tap into setting your intention. Our North Node is about our intention and where we want to go. Who can you learn? How did I set that up? Yeah, okay. Who is harder for you to learn from? They might present a challenge for you in November. Okay, so a Taurus, okay? And then you have the Pluto there as a planet. So Taurus is an earth sign. They might not be willing to really listen to you or just challenge things. And earth energies and air energies typically tend to not get along very well, but don't worry about that. Like, move beyond that. The power of astrology is to know, but not to care, not to worry about it, right? Because everyone has a beautiful quality there. Maybe the Taurus sees that maybe you're not loving yourself enough, you're not giving enough to yourself, so then they're not attracted to that. So, they're ruled by Venus. So, maybe there's a Venus lesson for you to learn while you're on your path. Everyone is on their own different vibe. So we're not trying to cater to anyone, but sometimes a person can see what's missing and they might not be able to communicate that well. The Pluto lesson could be not healing again. Okay, Pluto has to do with healing, and the way it matches up with the Taurus, who's ruled by Venus, is that when you're healed, you feel beautiful, you feel loved, right? Love and healing matches up. Venus is about love. Pluto is about healing. It's about life and death. And you had the death card here, right? It's about a transformation, making a change in order to hold on to that Nine of Pentacles energy. So it's all kind of falling into place and looking at it and just like seeing what is there, right? And you have the Queen of Air and you have the Nine of Pentacles, two positive, powerful things and cards and the Strength card. And the Judgment card is so powerful because it's like a release, a letting go. And remember at the beginning what I said about the Five of Pentacles, the last card, right? How do you handle yourself in adversity and learning from that and growing from that and remembering this card, strengthening your bonds with people. How do you form powerful relationships? Form those. Walk on that path of forming powerful relationships. And the powerful relationship can start with yourself. And when you're true to yourself and authentic to yourself, there's people that grab onto that vibe. All right? Click like. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing everyone a a good November. Peace.